Morning, guys. How are you? Heaps to talk about today. Firstly, it's it's blown my mind about security and how many people actually don't have it. Like, it's all right to not have security if you've got a very small amount on crypto. I don't mind that. That's not a problem. It's when you go into the larger amounts. Now, crypto's, whether you like it or not, it's a growing phenomenon. A lot of Now, with the growth of people investing in it, there's going to be the growth of cybercrime, stealing your money, your coins. Now, some people have got a lot of money in there. Some people have already lost a lot of money by theft. Now, we even see that in the normal banking system. People breaking my bank account was broken into. Now I log off on all international. See, I might take security a bit past the extreme paranoia stage. I think it's my background, but I now, even my bank account, it's switched off. When I use it, I switch it on. My phone, I switch it off. I switch all my internet off. I switch everything off. When I use it, I switch it on. See, my bank account, I switch it off. You should be doing a bit more of a pain in the butt, but it just adds that little bit of extra security. Any little bit of security counts. Now, all those people, especially newbies, beginners, it's all right to begin without that extra security of having I prefer a cold wallet. Now you're going to have to get used to all the definitions. You're going to have to type in and research type of wallets. Hardware wallets, software wallets, hot wallets, cold wallets. Work out what your best wallet is for you. I also don't like, on my PC, I will not do anything else but trade. I don't accept emails. I don't send emails. It's only used for one reason. That's it. I switch it on, I switch it off, I disconnect it from the internet. I don't have any search engines on it. It's only used for one thing. The less people you contact with it, the less trouble you're going to get into. Right? That's simple as that. That's how I look at it. That's how I do things. Some people are pretty blasé about it. There's a chance you might lose a lot. Now, some people store their passwords, phrases, and whatever they store it online. Don't do that. Even when they tell you, put your keys or your passwords into this, safe online, and it's not safe. It can be broken into very easily. Not that I can do it, but it can be done, and you will lose a hell of a lot of money if you've invested a lot. So that's a big thing. Always read my comment sections. So you get different ideas, different people will say different things. Always read up on that. Always pick your study. I got 4 names that you could research a bit on. Listen to them. What are they? Who have I got down? Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy. Wow, that's a success story. He's got a ticker. What's his ticker on a stock exchange? MSTR. Now, as crypto's growing, so is MicroStrategy, MSTR. I think it's a management firm, but it was having a few issues, so he invested very heavily in Bitcoin, and the company's in massive profits now. So that's Michael Saylor. You've got Raul Paul. All of these I'll have down below in my description. He's another one. He's another good one to listen to. Any comments for or against him, write in the comment section. I've got Robert Breedlove. What is money? He's got the What is Money series. Wow, that's an eye-opener. Everyone, this is actually something that should be taught at school. What is money? Massive eye-opener. There's things in there that I wasn't sure. I loved my history, but this should be taught at school. It's not. You try and teach the young guys and, oh no, what do we have to know that for? Oh, you got to know when the government's ripping you off. You should know that. And they are. They're always trying to rip you off and to butter their pockets. That's what it's all about. And the last one is Eric Weiss. He's got the Bitcoin Investment Group fund, big fund. That's his decided to go down that way. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I like managing my own coins. But I can now see why. I can see why people. I was dead against BlackRock. Dead against it. I don't like the middlemen. You know, like example of middlemen. Here in Australia, they're buying lamb for like $2 a kilo. Right? That's how much the farmer's getting paid. Goes through the middleman and gets to us at about $30 to $40 a kilo. So someone in the middle is collecting $38 a kilo. The hardest worker, the farmer's collecting $2. We're getting absolutely ripped by the price of lamb, but someone in the middle is making a killing. And don't think the banks are any different. I call them legal criminals. But you've got to be careful what you say. You upset the wrong person, they completely... I was going to say demonetize me. I'm not going to get demonetized, not... But they can wipe your channel. No. Here's another one. Housing. I decided to do a bit of research into that. So I went to my parents' house. I said, Dad, how much was your income back in between 1966 1971, right? $100 a week. And everyone's going, oh shit, that's shit money. $100 a week he was getting. You know what? Back then it was a good income. So, Dad, how much did you buy a house for? It was about $17,000. $17,000 to $20,000. We're going to go off 17. So, just to make the mathematics easier. So you go, let's say $17,000, divide that 100 into it. All right, I've got it all written down here. Let's see what I wrote. So you divide the 100 into the 17,000, gives you 170. Now we're going to take that 170, because that's how much, that 170 is how much your weekly income back in the late 60s, early 70s, right, goes 170 times into the price of your house, right, which was about 17,000. Let's go to present day, Penrith. That's where I was originally from, Penrith. Now, 1 acre in Penrith today, I'm going to be very liberal on this, right? It's very cheap. Let's say it could have been a divorce or a death in the family. They just wanted to get rid of the land. 1 acre in Penrith, approximately $1 million. No house, that's just 1 acre. Maybe a house. But that's being very liberal, right? Now, what we get is that 170, that represents your income, divided into that 1 million. To be more realistic, it would probably be 1.5 million, but I'm going to go liberal. I'm going to go very chilled out on it. All right. So you divide it in, and once you divide the 170 in to work out your weekly income, it actually works out to $5,882. So that's how much, if you wanted to stick to the weekly income of back in the late 60s, that's how much you should be making today. $5,882.35. And that, again, is being very liberal, because probably a block of land with a house on it in Penrith, acre, could be up as high as 1.5 million, which means your weekly income would be $9,500 a week. Who makes that today? Anyone? That's how much the dollar's dropped. Now, those figures come from my family. See? So work that out, guys. That's how much I've opted against buying a house. I'm fully into the crypto, working towards my first Bitcoin. That's how I'm going. But today's chat was mainly, I just decided to throw that property chat into it. Like, that's me speaking to my dad, just saying to him, look, how much was your weekly income? And just gives you a general idea. If you did that anywhere in the world, I'd be curious what you just have to divide. You've got to ask one of the old people, really old people, how much were you making in that time, and how much was your house price, and then you divide your wage into the house and work it out. Then you come up with a number. You take that number, which was 170, take it to today's standards, divide that number into your housing price, and work out how much your dad, your grandfather would have made per week, or how much you should be making per week to equal your grandfather. Like, you'd look at him and say, geez, he made so little. No, they lived an easier life than us. Yep. But anyway, today's main chat, especially for the new people. Look, anyone a bit more senior in collecting the coin, wow, guys, especially the way it's going, I'd be really suggesting heavy on the security. I don't think, I can't sleep at night. If my security's not up to scratch, I start, again, yeah, that's just me, like, plus my past and my old job. If my security's not up to scratch, I just start freaking out. But the new people, do your research, type in types of wallets, then research your wallets. Be careful who you buy your wallets from. Make sure it is the company. Like, let's say you decide to go for Tangem cold storage. Make damn sure you're in touch with Tangem. You look at some of the people that are promoting it, and because people set up dummy companies, they put a little virus into the chip, and yeah, they steal your money. It's a mongrel, but such is life. All right, guys. Yep, thanks for listening. Take it easy, and we'll chat soon. Hopefully I'll start getting better space. I've got my little setups, but because we're all crammed into one's house, we've basically sold everything. We've bought a farm cash, so I'm trying to clear all debt. Like, we could be heading into a storm, like, this is when I start heading into a storm, on a ship. You start raising the mainsails, you start battening everything down, and you go straight through it. But if you're not prepared heading into a storm, it's bad. Could end badly. And a lot of people aren't, sadly. I talk to people about Bitcoin all the time, not just Bitcoin, just crypto in general. But even if you talk to them, I advise some people on buying a farm and they've never bought property before, and they just don't know what to do, So now I'm very careful what I tell people. Like, I can understand why BlackRock, Infidelity are needed, because there's people that don't want to do the research. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to do the paperwork. They would rather let someone else do it and give them a cut. I don't know how much those people are going to charge cuts, but for people that want to get involved into the crypto but don't want to do the hard yards, well, they're going to have to lose the cut and join that mob. Me personally, like I said, I don't like middle people anymore. They just rob you. And we've got a reputation. People are going to say to me, no, they don't. They're not allowed to. They do. They rob you. So, okay, guys, everyone take it easy, and we chat later.